works. Okay. All right. Let's all right. Sorry, I didn't know if the recording started. All right. Good morning, everyone. This is another lovely week. Latte Wellness Group here, and with part of the team, and we're gonna be going over just the week at a glance, especially from the new happenings and to sort out the marketing and all the stuff that we're going to be doing, so to make sure that everybody's on the same page. What's happening is, or what's happened is that we have hired about 4 new therapists that are starting in the month of December. Well, I think they're starting training this week, which is exciting, right? Which is a lot. And what I'm thinking now is we're going to be doing content on how to how we are doing the marketing for those, especially in the month of December, because think about it, you got the holidays in there, but we are seeing an influx of like or at least I'm seeing abundance of like people requesting services, right? So we're going to be taking you all through the pretty much the end of the year plan, which is going to feed into the beginning of the year plan, right? And so first thing I did want to let the team know, yes, we do have 4 new hires, and essentially now for them, for the marketing, what I would want is, Brianna, we're going to need a video. If you can this week schedule time with them. I don't know if you want to pop into that training, or what, when they actually go to that. I don't know what's best for you to reach out to them, or Lee, as part of the first step in training, they have to put time on Brianna's calendar, right? I don't know what's the best. Well, I mean, what's the most efficient, right? Have Brianna reach out to them,
What
or
is the video for?
oh, so you're going to be doing an interview with them. It's kind of
Okay.
like, hey, tell me about yourself. The questions are going to be, tell me about yourself. Tell me about why you're so passionate about therapy. The video is just for them introducing themselves to the client, for potential new clients. And we're going to be putting that on the landing pages as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. So, yeah, the video, just to do that. And I would like that wrapped up by this week.
Okay. I would say maybe just whatever time you can get from them during the training, just schedule it right on my calendar.
Gotcha. Okay. So make sure your calendar is very up to date, Brianna.
Okay.
And then Lee, does that work? Okay. All right. Let me go into the Trello. Okay. With those videos, Brianna, any questions on how to provide it, right? Any questions on how are you going to be asking the questions?
So I mean, I can just do do the ones we did last time, or like should it be different questions?
Yeah, the last time it's kind of like an interview, right? So basically the purpose of this is to okay, let me see there. Yeah, sorry, I was fixing Trello. Yeah, basically introduce yourself. um Tell me about yourself. Tell me, why you became a therapist. um and just really, it's their sales pitch to potential new clients, right?
All right. And so just introduce why they became a therapist,
Yeah.
um and any other specific questions.
um what's their specialty? Let me see here.
Their client preference.
Sure, I would say, yeah, sure. Want to do client preference. um
Or like their experience,
yeah,
prior
yeah,
experience.
Yeah. Except, yeah. Basically, we need to get them to sell themselves to the clients, right? Right. Sell their skills, service, sell their services to the clients. So, basically, introduce themselves, putting this in the description of the Trello. Let me share here. Right. So they're going to introduce themselves, tell about their strengths, tell about their strengths, why they decided to become a therapist, why someone should work with them. Any other questions?
Maybe some fun. We can throw some fun questions in there.
There you go. Like that. All right. All right. So Brianna. Let's get this done by again by Friday, right?
And so when we do the video, you like last time we did it where it was just the therapist in the video. We'll do it that same way.
Whatever simplest. We don't have to edit it like that. I mean we can have you in there. I'm looking for simplicity here.
Right. Gotcha.
Right. I'm not looking to do like heavy editing. I kind of just want something simple. Put something simple on there and let's just do it. All right. So
Gotcha.
okay. Let's see here. Let me see. Also, Brianna, I love the blueprint stuff, the blueprint landing page, but I kind of want to figure out how to incorporate that into our either current landing page or our main site, whatever, right? So for these new hires, the goal is to have everyone using Blueprint because we really want to get to that, data driven care. Right. That's like one of our initiatives for this year, for the end of this year and beginning of next year is the data driven care. I was telling Lee earlier, essentially here, our strategy is going to be really, really simple for the end of December and move it on next year, right? We're going to actually just go back to basics, just go back to hiring quality therapists. And then also, once you have those quality therapists, getting them clients, right? So Lee's going to be working on the onboarding, the training, right? Getting them up to date. And Brianna, your goal is to make sure to drive that marketing and it's to drive that thing towards making sure that they're getting clients.
Gotcha.
Right. And our post, and I would say like our post would be, and also what we're going to be doing, Brianna, is especially on that marketing piece, you're going to be recording it, pulling Frankie's like I pulled Frankie in these conversations here, recording it, pulling Frankie's in there, doing these. So we just have it, right? So we just have we're actually letting people explore the journey, right? I think for the blog post for today, keep it simple, right? Keep it like, it doesn't have to be something long, very, very researched. It really could just be, hey, watch us as we develop our marketing plan and our training plan for, you know, for our 4 new hires that are starting.
Gotcha.
You know, and then I would say that
so you would want it more focused on like the what we're doing, like the behind the scenes operation.
everything. I want everything. I'm greedy. I need everything. Right,
Gotcha.
behind the scenes. Once you have those videos, hey, you know, you're putting them on the videos, everything like this is all quality content that we're gonna need to have.
Right. Okay.
All right. And I'm wondering, should we record some of the trainings? Lee, does it make sense can we record some of these trainings, or can you do some recording so we have something for our socials? Like, our goal is to give behind the scenes and just to explore the journey.
I have been recording them, but I don't think it's wise to do that because clients' names will show up and all of that. So I only record it to share it with them in the event of anyone missing the training and for them to review if they forget anything.
Gotcha. What part can we? Well, I guess. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'm trying to think of what part could we.
Maybe parts where you use like test clients and things like that.
Or maybe in the second portion where they do their own test clients and show us how to navigate through the platforms.
Yeah. So the key is just to get like the key, what I told Frankie and Brianna is what we really want is our content based on what we normally do, right? Instead of trying to go out and do conferences and all, those are all great, but we're just trying to kind of do it because I'm thinking now the audience is really going to be people with mental health practices, right? Because that's what we do at the end of the day, right? So see what you can do, and then once you have that recording, you can actually send it to Frankie. His email's on here, his brand, and he does all the editing, right? So you don't have to worry about the editing. We just want to make it, you know, we just want to give the behind the scenes. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the vlogs and you've seen et cetera, et cetera. And then also, before we move from the blueprint, again, Brianna, what I think that blueprint landing page is phenomenal, right? I think you did a really, really good job. I think you all did a really, really good thing. Should we now have that? Should we try that as a test run? Right? Should we try that as a test run for our standard, one of our just standard landing pages, right? To say, hey, on some of the Psychology Todays, we're actually going to take them to this blueprint thing. We're not going to change anything. You know, we're going to take them to this blueprint, and that's kind of like, you know, I want to see how it performs. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's definitely something we should try. I mean, it's kind of the same method that we've utilized in the past for different things like the PRP and all of that. So I don't see why not. And plus, I can add the actual link on our existing blueprint link on our website too.
Yes, Lee.
I was gonna say that when you have it there that it's free, it might be a little misleading to the to some of the clients, especially the ones with private insurance, because the insurance will be paying for it, and I know that some of them get their EOBs. So I don't know if that's something you want to take into consideration too. And I know for self-paying that they would have to pay. Is that right?
That's so funny, man. That's so funny.
No, because I see you smiling, so that's why that's why I was laughing too.
Right. So now we're gonna go down this road.
Yeah, I thought of that. That's why I put on the one part call us to see if you qualify, to
That's
kind
fine.
of like weed out that.
I like that. I say we go for it, and and then we ask for forgiveness later. You know? Because it gets complicated, right? The whole thing gets very, very complicated, complex, all that
And
stuff, right?
you can always explain it too, like this is free for you. We'll bill your insurance, but it'll be of no cost to you.
Yeah. The key though is once we are using this as a landing page, now it is updating our call script, right? Updating the call script to include the data-driven care, right? And then to explain, hey, right now, explaining that blueprint and basically that's what we're selling, right? Which you want us to, as part of our, as part of your counseling services here, we also, as an added benefit to our counseling, we also have this AI tool. I'm thinking when the call script, when we can start selling that in the call script, that creates the unity, right? Because right now it's disjointed, and that's why I'm having everybody on this team here to make sure that we know that, hey, once we're going in this direction, it's everything else flowing in this direction, right? It's a one seamless flow, right? Because right now, one of the major things is the AI driven tool, and I do want to use AI, I want to say, hey, we're using this AI tool. So my thought then is, okay, Brianna, can you write something on the call script then, and then we're going to update the call script, and then I guess what you all are going to review it, right? And say, hey, look, now since we are pushing this AI thing, this is kind of like our new approach to things. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Because you already have the wording. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you think it might kind of like frustrate some people? Because I know we had to assign everybody the appointment for the OMHC Medicaid assessment. We got a lot of pushback from that. So if this is just another screener, like, do you think people might get a little frustrated?
Sorry, say it again.
Like when we had to do the OMHC intakes with the MP for the Medicaid.
Right. So on this one, what we're selling is a tool that we're using as part of our counseling, as delivering the world-class service to you.
Right. So
Right.
So if it's a Medicaid client, that means they'll have to potentially do 3 different like assessments. So I'm just saying, like, maybe we should be prepared for any pushback.
They'll do it in the first. They'll do it in the session.
Okay.
That's part of their intake.
Gotcha.
Right. So as part of the training now is either in the first session or the second session, right? Because sometimes in the first session, because you're doing intake, you aren't able to get to everything. So as part of it, right? So now this goes to the training part as well. Hey, like, if you're not able to do blueprint in the first session, make sure in the second session you're touching base, because this is what we are promising the clients.
So what about the code that we will be using, the 90832? I thought we were gonna do that for the Medicaid clients because we have been doing the authorizations for those too.
Yeah, the 30-minute sessions. I'm thinking what I'm thinking now is that just put Blueprint as part of the counseling. Right? We're not doing a separate 30-minute session.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Because a lot of people aren't doing a separate 30-minute session and it gets things. So why even waste our time? Right? Why even waste the time on it? Let's just stop, and they can even stop doing the authorizations for that one, right? You know what I mean? Like let's just put it in as part of the session, right? Hey, do it once a week, do it, once every 2 weeks, something like that. So Brianna, to answer your question, it's just going to be like a tool that you use. It's just going to be something that we're doing in the sessions, right? So let's say if I'm meeting with somebody 45 minutes, the first 5 to 10 minutes, hey, we're going to go over your blueprint.
Okay, so no longer the separate sessions.
Exactly. It's a tool that enhances your counseling experience.
Good way to put it.
Right? Okay, so well, most likely we will continue on this. One more thing before we jump over to the 11. I'm also trying to stress the use of the virtual assistants, right? I'm going to be talking about this in today's session here, because if everybody's assigned a virtual assistant, let's make sure that they're using it, right? So we're going to tell them hit WhatsApp, right? Get the WhatsApp app, and then your virtual assistants can contact you on WhatsApp. Does every one of them have a Google Voice number? All the CSRs?
Yeah, they all do. Yes.
Oh, so what's better? Either use WhatsApp or Google Voice? I don't know.
They use anyone basically.
Yeah. But Google Voice, I think they send text and everything just the same.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So, because Lee, also on the training piece of it, we're going to say that as well. Hey, you have this thing. So like if you're running late for a session, you need somebody to cancel, you want somebody to make your calls for you, really, really use them as an administrator, because we just want you to focus on the counseling. We want you to focus on counseling and just continue to provide the counseling thing. Right. Mm-hmm. I'm in my mind, and then I'll jump over that the thought of the how we sold it last week in the trainings. I mean, in the interviews, right? With the blueprint, with your thing. I think that led to more people that wanted to join. I think. Right. And that's also something that I'm pushing as well here is, again, we're just going back to basics, right? We're going back to basics. Continue to do the new hire, continue to do hiring, and then on that flip side, do the get them clients. So let's jump over to the 11 o'clock. Thank you all.
Okay.